No one likes a government that wastes money. In the US, Donald Trump and Elon Musk are waging a war on spending, setting up a Department of Government Efficiency and firing hundreds of thousands of public servants.
You're fired.
Now Peter Dutton is promising to bring that policy to Australia if he wins the election. So just how efficient is Peter Dutton? Under the last government, Peter Dutton oversaw some big dollars as Minister for Immigration and then Home Affairs. Under him, the Immigration Department spent more money on medals for its own staff than the whole Australian military. One of the biggest things Dutton did was take the old Australian customs and give it a new name and new authority. He decided his new Australian Border Force needed new uniforms, helmets and badges, costing $6.3 million. But Peter Dutton's efficiency drive was only just beginning. In 2017, his Immigration Department was transformed into a sprawling new mega department that merged immigration, citizenship, national security, emergency services, and a whole bunch of other things the government does. Home Affairs was born, with Dutton as the minister. In July 2017, the department he oversaw awarded a new contract to manage Australia's detention centre in Nauru. The company had no experience doing it. There wasn't a competitive process to pick them, but it was owned by a wealthy Queensland construction family. The taxpayer paid the company $1.82 billion, and that money ended up in some not very efficient places, including $425,000 of it, which somehow ended up in the personal bank account of the president of Nauru. Years later, a review into $6.3 billion worth of contracts Peter Dutton's department handed out to manage immigration detention found taxpayer money went to companies linked to bribery, drugs, and firearms trafficking. No evidence was found the Minister Peter Dutton knew this was going on. But it did turn out that when things smelled fishy, audits were commissioned that reported directly to Peter Dutton. In at least 2 cases, the consultants called in to do the audits, KPMG, audited the wrong companies, just ones with similar names. Money well spent. By the time Peter Dutton and the Coalition lost the 2022 election, they left another big bill on Australia's tab. It was for the planes meant to patrol Australia's borders. The problem was, the planes were old. There weren't enough crew to fly them all, and they couldn't fly at night. But somehow, under Peter Dutton and the Coalition, they kept extending the contract even though the contractor had, quote, not been effective. By the time they left office, they'd extended the contract all the way to 2027. So we are still paying a total of $2.6 billion to a contractor that never had to compete for the job. So who's a wasteful boy really?
Authorised by D. Illich, it's not a race, Surrey Hills.